Good afternoon, world. It's Zilla. It's Mr. Bring You the Scripture so you can see the bigger picture. All right, we're going to jump back into Mark chapter 15, starting at the top. Jesus faces Pilate. Immediately in the morning, the chief priests held a consultation with the elders and scribes and the whole council. And they bound Jesus, led him away, and delivered him to Pilate. Then Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" He answered him and said, "It is you say." And the chief priests accused him of many things, but he answered nothing. Then Pilate asked him again, saying, "Do you answer nothing? See how many things they testify against you?" But Jesus still answered nothing, so that Pilate marveled. Let's read what the Bible ties into what we just read. Death penalty. The Jews took Jesus off to Pilate because they no longer had the ability to give out the death penalty. The Romans had taken that right away from the Jews during the time of the childhood of Jesus. In fact, when Jesus was a young boy and the Romans took away the power of capital punishment from the Jews, some of the Jews were mourning in sackcloth and ashes because they felt this meant the end of their reign. This was a big deal to them because of the prophecy from Jacob. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh comes. Genesis 49:10. They felt that since Messiah hadn't come yet, the prophecy had failed. Little did they know that a little boy growing up in Nazareth was the Messiah, and that God had kept his word. Taking the place of Barabbas. Now, at the feast, he was accustomed to releasing one prisoner to them, whomever they requested, and there was one named Barabbas, who was claimed with his fellow rebels. They had committed murder in the rebellion. Then the multitude, crying aloud, began to ask him to do just as he had always done for them. But Pilate answered them, saying, Do you want me to release you? Do you want me to release to you the king of the Jews? For they knew that the chief priests had handed him over because of envy. But the chief priests stirred up the crowd, so that he should rather release Barabbas to them. Pilate answered and said to them, What then do you want me to do with him, whom you call the king of the Jews? So they cried out again, Crucify him! Then Pilate said to them, Why, what evil has he done? But they cried out all the more, Crucify him! So Pilate, wanting to gratify the crowd, released Barabbas to them, and he delivered Jesus, after he had scourged him, to be crucified. If it just blessed you anyway, please hit the buttons, and if you want the rest of the chapter, hop in the pro.